later. Our phone number is 206-421-5005.
And it's up on the screen right on top of my head.
Right on her forehead. So I guess that is like the mark of the beast.
Kinda. Hey.
So
So you had a news article too, right? A pretty
yes,
good
I
one.
did. The Vatican always wanted to reach out and touch someone. Actually, this comes from the UK Independent. The Vatican is trying to reach out to atheists, but not just any atheists. They don't want famous atheists. They don't want atheists like Richard Dawkins or Christopher Hitchens, who they labeled out. It says the Vatican is planning a new initiative to reach out to atheists and agnostics in an attempt to improve the Church's relationship with non-believers. And considering they used to burn us, I think just about anything is moving upward.
Well, that's a big step forward.
Basically, they want to have debates with some of the Church's top theologians, but they don't want to debate some of our top atheists. I guess they said that it involves sarcasm and irony. Considering this is a guy who referred to a child rape scandal as petty gossip, I think what it's kind of come down to is what I heard Al Franken once referred to as the Alan Combs sort of thing. That you want to pick an opponent that you can dazzle around and humiliate and defeat easily in front of a crowd. They don't want to take on somebody who doesn't first make this concession that they have, that faith is somehow good. They want somebody, oh, I wish I had your faith, I'm so sad.
So basically they said that they want to reach out to atheists, but not to like Richard Dawkins and Christopher Hitchens and those guys.
Or anyone who wants to level real criticism at them. I mean, they don't want somebody up there who isn't going to be the Washington Generals to their Harlem Globetrotters. Oh. They want to dazzle around and do a lot of crazy moves while we sort of stand there looking boring and sad. And that's the key thing, is that you have to make this concession that, oh my God, I wish I had your faith. There actually was a Catholic priest a few weeks before that who made a remark like, oh, we're just playing at atheism. Because if we were really atheists, that the true emo sadness of it would just weigh us down to the point that we would just, go all Jean-Paul Sartre on people and whine about the meaninglessness of life. And if only we had Jesus and we just latch onto him like that monkey with that mother with a cloth on it. It's just
the wire mom.
The wire mom, and it's nonsense.
All right, I've got another strange and fascinating news article here. This is from Adelaide Now, which is an Australian paper. Cult leader Rocco told disabled woman that cash would save her. And basically, this article talks about a, quote, profoundly vulnerable, wheelchair-bound, disabled woman was told she would die a horrible death unless she handed her life savings over to a doomsday cult leader named Rocco Leo. In an exchange, he would bring her to a mystery island and miraculously help her walk again.
That sounds familiar. Was there a TV show that just ended that was like that? Yeah, I'd imagine the polar bears and the smoke monster probably come into this. But it's funny because it's funny, one, that somebody would buy that. You sort of have to be, the way cults work, but it's also, I want to state right off the bat, I think it's hilarious that magical powers like this tend to work on life savings. I think that's like the gasoline you pour into the engine.
Yes, give me all your money and I will use my magic to save you.
Yeah, just say if God gave me magic powers.
Well, there is actually a good punchline to this story. The woman who was victimized by this weird cult leader guy is actually suing. The cult leader and senior members of Agape Ministries, Joe and Marie Antoinette Veneziano, according to Adelaide Now in Australia. She's suing for a total of $500,000, which includes the $420,000 she handed over after selling her house, includes lost rental income, costs, and damages. So I think it's pretty cool that she at least was able to, after she unfortunately made the mistake of handing over her money, at least she was able to kind of pull herself back and say, oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, that's sad.
I've been duped.
Yeah, I think a lot of times what ends up happening in these cases is that the person who ends up getting taken for all they're worth always ends up defending the person that ruins their life. And it's kind of nice that at least she's broken free of that at least.
Indeed.
What is this? Here's another one. This is from ABC News. Oh, do you have one?
No, go for it.
Okay. ABC News, and this is amazing. The 15-year-old allegedly raped, then forced to confess to the church. This was about 13 years ago. A woman named Tina Anderson, she was only 15 at the time, she was forced to stand terrified before her entire Baptist congregation to confess her sin. And her sin, by the way, was that she'd become pregnant out of wedlock after she'd been raped twice by a deacon at the church. The second time she became pregnant. Let me see. She says that her New Hampshire pastor, Chuck Phelps, told her she was lucky not to have been born in Old Testament times when she would have been stoned to death. Basically, when questioned, it says the girl, before the church officials, crafted a speech that she would have to deliver. Anderson said Phelps's wife also asked, "Did you enjoy it?"
Oh, my God.
I mean, it's amazing. And they actually talk a bit about how, yes, okay, he was, 99% culpable for raping you, but that 1%, that's the one you have to apologize for.
Oh, wow.
That's just amazing. It's that same blame the victim sort of mentality that you see with things like, say, the burqa, where it's like, oh, it's not that person isn't responsible for raping you. It's that, oh my God, that skin has this like power like the One Ring in Tolkien's Lord of the Rings, that you just become overcome and you just attack somebody. And it's amazing.
Disturbing. Well, I have a nice little bit of comedic news to lighten the mood after that. Our final news story here from the Digital Journal. Headline, Priest wants church painting removed because angels look gay. Basically, the story here, in Santo Domingo, a Catholic priest at a Dominican Republic resort town wants to destroy artwork in his parish because the painting shows angels with, and I quote, a homosexual expression.
What is a homosexual expression?
I don't know, but he says that the homosexual expression of the angels confuses the faithful. He goes on to say that he wants to revoke the previous decision to keep the mural and to destroy it. The priest argues that the church congregation feels uncomfortable by the painting and that the mural does not inspire religious sentiments because the angels there that are depicted have a diabolical homosexual look in their faces. Further, he contends it is not clear whether the angels are male or female.
I don't know. The fact that he's so drawn to this and he's so disturbed by it, you think he's attracted to these angels?
I don't know.
I don't know. There's this weird. I think that people tend to project onto things, but it's just weird. This weird obsession that Catholic clergy in particular, but just religion in general, that they're just so obsessed with other people having sex. There's just something just weird and wrong about that.
All right. Yeah,
I think that's about it for us here at Ask an Atheist. We hope that you'll visit us at our website, askanatheist.tv. You can drop us a question, and we'll try to answer it on our next show. Again, we want to thank all our callers. We want to thank our crew, and we want to thank the folks in Austin, Texas, including Matt Dillahunty and the crew down there at the ACA. And all right.
So thank you, everybody. We had a lot of fun, and we will see you again next week.
See you then.